Dr. Ireland, the panel, our guest members here are so impressed with what you're doing, they've asked if they could...
What's this?
That's funny. Just reached in my pocket and took out...
A $5 pound note?
Yeah. Wow. That's fantastic, because a while ago, Frankie Kapp, our drummer, remembering that the last time Dr. Ireland was on the show, he did something fantastic in identifying a $20 bill and giving the serial number. Frank said, I'll fix him. He's going to England in a couple of days. He said, I've already got some English money. This will fool him. And he didn't even, he reached in my pocket and took it out. That's pretty scary. Anyway, the panel wanted to get in on it, so I'm just throwing these cards down here if you wish to use them or not.
Okay, we'll just see how they fit in as we go along here. Oh, I want to go back to Ellen. I think that's where we left off, was with Ellen Sherman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I wanted to offer her congratulations because I feel as though that apparently you're going to be a mother. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
And would you like to settle for a boy, too? I'm passing out boys tonight.
Love to.
And I did feel as though that there won't be any problem. But are you just visiting here, or do you live here now?
I live here now.
But did you come here from Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Yes, I did.
Well, it's nice to have you with us this evening. And I think you're going to have a little prune picker. And, Steve, yes, I think your son will be moving, as a matter of fact. I think it's already planned, sort of in the hopper, and I do think it will be good. And it comes about the middle of July, and everything seems to work out. I want to tell Louie and I have a nice time in Europe. Seems as though you'll be going all over the area, not staying in just one area or one place. I wanted to say hello to Lanny. Laney, is it? Is that the way you say it? And I don't know. It seems to me as though that you, I could say congratulations to as well. And I rather think it's going to be a boy. However, I seem to believe that there is going to be a girl, and there won't be too much time in between. So if you're not planning it that way, don't skip a pill. I wanted to tell Denise, like McGellen, where are you, please? Don't worry, because I feel as though that you're worried about someone else, and again it involves a baby. Isn't that true?
Yes.
But I don't feel that you should be concerned, because the youngster's going to get here, rather stubborn little fellow, and it seems that I'm talking, I guess, about a girl this time, and I do feel as though that the baby was supposed to have been born a week ago. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Well, as I said, she's kind of stubborn, and I think she's going to take her time getting here. It's going to be, 3 more days, I feel. So tell your sister to just hang on. She can go to a movie or do whatever she wants to do in the meanwhile. Is there someone here with the name of Bob? Thank you, like Lindholm. Yeah. And Bob, it seems to me as though that you didn't come alone this evening. Did you bring a girl with you?
Yes, I did.
Yes. And are you and her sort of having a scrap or something?
No.
Well, I feel as though that you asked me on your piece of paper, does my girlfriend really like me?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Well, I think she really likes you. Is her name Kim?
Yeah.
You didn't put her name on your paper, did you?
No.
See, and I don't know you, do I?
No.
I just want to tell you that Kim really likes you. Is there a Walt Hale out here, please? Walt? Yeah, and I've lost it. Something about a magazine. I don't know, you thought the show was going to be so boring, you brought along a magazine to read?
Just a line
Is
outside.
that true?
Yeah, well, the line outside is kind of boring.
Oh,
so.
I see. And are you at USC?
Right.
If you stick it out, you're finally going to graduate, but you're sort of pokey about it. Seems like you're taking longer than necessary.
Yeah.
And I did feel as though that someone changed shoes, and that doesn't make any sense to me. I guess to go with her outfit.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
does that make sense to you? I'm glad, because it doesn't make any sense at
Miss
all to
Kazan
me.
changed shoes during break.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And that's all you're going to get from me.
Good.
My shoes!
I want to say hello to Pat, like Gallagher. Where are you, Pat? Patricia Gallagher?
Here.
And it seems as though that apparently you're here from, like, Shoshone, Idaho?
I'm originally from Shoshone.
Well, that's nice. We're glad you're here anyway. And it seems as though that apparently you better get ready because your in-laws are going to come out and stay longer than you would like. That'll be in the course of the summer. Maybe you can dream up a little quake or something to scare them in staying home. I feel as though that you're very creative, a very capable individual, and I would like for you to develop your creative talents in every way, because I feel that as the creative becomes more developed, you become more sensitive, then the psychic becomes developed too. Where is S. Lowe, please? Do you want me to tell everything I know?
We'll get a mic to him in just a moment.
Shall I tell everything I know?
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to let him out of here. He's got 10,500 smackers in his pocket. Isn't that true?
Correct.
Plus a poker chip.
Right.
Oh. And something I feel, I don't know, but can I tell you that's only a start, and that's not really good money anyway. I feel that the best money is going to come for you a little bit later on, and in a real sense of financial success and security. And I felt as though it would come through more, almost want to say legitimate avenues than that, but I don't want to make you sound too dark here. But it looks as though that you can anticipate a lot of financial benefits in the future. There's a Brad Prater out here who wrote his in green ink. And I feel as though that you've asked me something about your being able to get something done. I guess it would be on the air.
Right.
You aspire, I think, to be a sportscaster of some
Right on the
kind.
nose.
And did you come here with Dan?
Dan Alexander, my big friend, right here.
I sort of felt the two of you were sitting there close together. I haven't met Dan either, have I?
No, huh?
And Dan, do you go with Barbara?
No, I don't. That's
our
Dave.
good friend.
Brad goes with Barbara?
This is our good friend Barbara right here.
Yeah, is Barbara right there too?
Yeah, she's right here.
Oh, anyway, you all get together and have a good time.
Oh, doctor?
I just want to tell Barbara that apparently she's got one cornered. She's closing in on him. And I could feel as though, you know, that you're going to be getting married probably sooner than you even anticipated. Is there a Ken Fuller out here, please?
Dr. Ireland, am I correct in assuming that this ability of yours, if we assume, as I do, that it's just as represented, is not turned on constantly, but that you have to kind of crank yourself up in some way?
That's certainly true, Steve. I usually start almost an hour before a show and begin mentally, as it were, turning on. It's almost like a self-hypnosis or mind control.
Mm-hmm. Now, I asked you this the other evening when you were on the show, but we were off the air at that time, and I know the audience will be interested in the answer you gave me. What he did would be remarkable even if he could see it, or even if he was not blindfolded. If you ask me questions, all I can give you is jokes. I can't tell you, you know, about your babies or your jobs or your whatever in the future. And yet he does that, so he's doing a number of remarkable things simultaneously. But I said to him, there must be a sense in which you see these things written, or you see that somebody gave you a green fountain pen or whatever. And I said, do you see it just as if you were not blindfolded? And then what was your answer?
Well, I said, not really, because it's a certain sensory sight, and I'd like, if I have time, to state it in two ways. If I touch a piece of paper or I touch a bill, and if I want to know what's on it, then it sort of passes behind, as my forehead were a screen, a movie screen, it sort of passes in black and white, strangely, and the black is white and the white is black, like a negative, and I can see what's on it. However, it's more like seeing, if I'm moving about, actually walking around, it's like a dream that is so very real that it is real. And it's similar, I would say, to that.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard of any experiments which may or may not have been conducted by the United States Navy submarine service concerning extrasensory perception?
I've heard about this. However, they have, I understand, made denials of this. I was, however, I can say, privileged to be invited to act as a consultant for the selection and training of astronauts for the Manned into Space program by one of our leading firms in this country. So I think the government is really becoming definitely interested in making use of the psychic on a practical level.
There's no more certain way, it just occurred to me, to get one of the superpowers interested in this phenomena than by suggesting that the other side is interested. So that even if for that reason alone, there would probably be enormous
Steve,
research going on
that's
now.
not really true, because in Russia they have 20 governmental subsidized laboratories headed up by the University of Leningrad, and we do not have one governmental subsidized laboratory in this country.
So far as we know, and I guess you would know.
Well, I think I would know.
A question that I think occurs to everyone who encounters this kind of phenomenon is that they often put it like this. Well, listen, wise guy, if you can tell what's going to happen, why don't you go out to a Santa Anita tomorrow and clean up, become a millionaire in one afternoon? It's such a common question. You must have heard it 1,000 times. How do you answer it?
Well, usually when someone says it to me, I give a sort of a Steve Allen answer. They say, if you're so smart, why aren't you rich? And I always answer by saying I am.
Very good answer.
But however, I do not feel that to use my talent or gift or however you want to term it for the purpose of gain through gambling, I feel that would be a misuse, and I feel that I would probably lose it or I would suffer because of it.
Are there people who do use it, who have it?
I believe that there are individuals who do have a certain talent and who are inclined to use it, and most of these people are probably unaware that they're even psychic. They just think they're lucky.
They think they get a hot streak at the tables.